I bump his shit a lot, man. A lot. Yo, come on, man. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I fuck with Uzi. Listen, out of Yachty, Kodak, 21, Famous Dex, I think Uzi makes the best music. That's just me. It might be my taste. I like when he, I like when he, I like him more when he sings, not when he raps as much. I like when he say the P's and Q's joint is great. Now I Do What I Want is great. 7 a.m. is great. Safe House is great. I can name like 30 songs by him. I like it. I was a fan. Now, let's go back to the first time I ever got contact with his team. Because what y'all don't know is... Hold on, give me a second. I'm hearing the sound. That's why, if you see that thing pops up. What y'all don't really know is that I support rappers without knowing them, without getting paid by them. I've never got paid by a rapper. If any rapper have ever told you they negotiate a price, they agreed on a price, I charged too high, I gave them a price, false. They're a liar. They're a fake. I called out somebody in the Shade Room's comment section, and thank you to that beautiful lady who actually reached out to me. I've never charged a rapper for promotion because I don't promote just random niggas. Okay? I have a stream of income for my opinion, and I am fine with it. I don't need to promote random niggas, especially ones who I don't like, because it's a conflict of interest. And also, once I start taking money from you, how could I really criticize you when you're paying my bills? Conflict of interest. I don't like it, right? But I liked Uzi's music, never talked to his team, never did anything. I don't follow these niggas on Twitter for the most part. But I've been watching his movement. I liked it. I was like, yo, this kind of, like, homie's kind of moving. I saw him taking off. If you look back in 2015, December, I named the rappers who would take off for 2016. And if you look at the people I named, every single one, except Montana of 300 and PNB Rock, made it to the double XL list. I named everybody. Have I talked to all these niggas? Absolutely not. Am I friends with them? Absolutely not. I don't care. Like, yo, I like him. The people who, or some of the people, because I know some of y'all really hate mumble rap. Some of the people who follow me, they like him, and we just rock out. Like, hey, this is a new snippet. Hey, this is a new this. Hey, yo, they posted this. Hey, this is what's going on. Hey, this is what's going on. I read the comments because y'all are entertaining. If y'all think I'm entertaining on YouTube, y'all are entertaining to me. Y'all are beautiful. I got a story one day about Lil Uzi Vert performing. I can't remember which city, but they said his chain got snatched. Now, I did not want to report it so quickly because I tried, in a chain snatching incident, I tried to reach out to the rapper. I tried to, whether you believe it or not, I reached out to Shy Glizzy. Shy Glizzy looked at my DM and did not respond. You know when it says seen? So I hit Shy Glizzy. I said, yo, Shy Glizzy, yo, I'm getting a lot of, like, emails from these dudes who said they beat you up and took your chain. Like, is this true? Now, he could have said, Nah, bro, that ain't happened. They liars. My chain magically jumped off my neck and fell to the ground. The broke boys had a scrimmage. He looked at my post, didn't respond. I sent him the video of what they were claiming. Looked at the post, didn't respond. Now, I'm giving you the opportunity to clear it up because I want to believe you, because I know the fans want to believe you more than these random niggas. Never responded. Now, after overwhelming proof came on the internet, I'm like, yo, it appears that Shy Glizzy did get his chain took. His chain is on some other nigga's necks, and despite what happened, he doesn't have his chain anymore. I ran a story about it. Shy Glizzy, I'm guessing he didn't think that those guys were worthy enough to respond to. He dissed me by name in his song, Cut It. By the way, the Cut It song is a great song. It's a great song. Even though he disses me, I low-key mute that part every time I go through. Like, I know every DJ, and I just like, I hate that part. But it's hot. It's hot. That's what it is. So, that's how the Shy Glizzy thing happened, right? So, there was a thing about Uzi's chain get taken. This is months later. Still 2016. I'm looking around, I'm being cautious in how I report it, because I actually like Shy Glizzy's music. I just thought he jumped out the face when he got at me, because, like, I asked you before I put it out, did this happen? I messaged you 4 times. You never responded. You saw him, never responded. So now I'm actually looking at the Uzi thing, and I'm like, let me be careful. Let me not just say his chain got snatched. I waited on it. I waited 12 hours normally than when I would normally put out a video or a post. And I even, when I did put out a post, I asked the fans, I said, whoa, looked like Uzi's chain got broken or whatever. This is when his manager reaches out to me, right? His manager reaches, and this is the first contact I've ever had with Uzi's people. His manager reaches out to me. He clears it up. He says, no, it's a fan who was grabbing for Uzi, like shoulder or whatever, and they actually broke the chain, and he got it back afterwards. Watch, he'll put up a video soon. He still has his chain. I'm like, great. And I even tweeted Uzi. The tweet's still up there because I don't delete tweets. These niggas are so fake. They delete all their tweets. They say some shit, they delete it. So I put it out there. What am I saying? I'm tripping. Okay, so the tweets are out there, right? Where I was going back and forth with Uzi, and because Uzi responded to me, because I think a lot of people retweeted my video, and he says, hey, my chain wasn't snatched. And I responded to Uzi, I said, thanks for telling me, bro. I like to speak to the source more than anything else. But his manager also reached out to me. So his manager reached out to me. I won't say which one. He has a couple of managers. He has a whole team around him. And I've always saluted his team. His team is amazing. They reached out to me, and they clarified what happened. Like, okay, this is the truth. Hey, whatever. And they're like, yo, we're glad that you are able to talk to us about what happened and at least have some clarification more than putting something out and have everybody spread like wildfire on it. And I'm like, I said, no doubt. I said, I wish more people would reach out like that. Okay. Now, right then, and again, I didn't want to put all this shit out, but when a nigga say I'm hitting him up for information to snitch on him, now I got to. You know what his manager says? Yo, let me get your math. I want to talk to you about some shit. I don't know what he's talking about. What do you want to talk to me about? What you want to talk to old Akademiks about? Calls me up, right? And again, all y'all niggas, I would advise all y'all rappers, stay away from me. Don't speak to me, please. Because when y'all do act up and y'all get fake like all y'all are, I'm going to expose you just like this. His manager says, yo, listen, man. The XXL list is coming up. Okay, I want to get your opinion on it because I value your opinion. I think you give good opinions on your videos. I was like, oh, wow, you guys watch. That's dope. He says, the XXL list is coming up. They asked Uzi to be a part of it. One of us in their brain trust or like group that manages and signs Uzi is a part of kind of the committee that helps selects. And they're like, should Uzi do the XXL freshman list? And I found it a little bit weird that they were asking me, but I actually found it a little bit dope. Because it showed that the person who was asking, which was Uzi's manager, was so real that he didn't have to think he knew it all. He could actually just say, hey, is this a good move or not? I looked at him and I said, why are you guys having a hesitation about doing it? Now, everybody is about to, if you watch my stream regularly, you're about to connect dots. Because I never say these people's names, but now y'all know the names, right? So they told me that, and actually, if you watch my videos, you'll get what I'm talking about too. He said to me, he said, hey, the reservation we're having about doing the list is that a lot of other people are turning down the list. Now, remember the year before, only Thug turned down the list. I said, a lot of people like, who? He said, well, Bryson Tiller turned down the list. I said, what? I said, he got to be on there. He's like, yo, he's not interested in it. They said, who else? Tory Lanez turned down the list. I said, what? Yo, Tory got to be on this shit. He's like, yo, he turned it down. And it was like, yo, G Herbo might not do it. I said, why? Yo, this is crazy. No. And they were like, yo, okay, given that he might not be on with his quote unquote peers, should he do the list? Is it a good look for him? Now, Uzi was heating up, and I'm like, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm telling you exactly what I told him. I said, yo, I'm going to be honest with you, bro. If his peers or if the list won't accurately identify his peers, do not do it. Okay? Salute to XXL and salute to, I forgot the lady's name who does it. But just giving a personal opinion and advice, I said, if Uzi's on there with a bunch of goofies and niggas who are not nowhere near his buzz level, don't do it. You're gonna make Uzi look a certain type of way, and then these other guys who might be cold because the hot new rappers are turning down or hot new artists are turning down. It might not be a good look for him. So look to see who's there and then decide. Okay? And you know what he said to me? He said, I'm glad I asked you, because that's what we thought. That's how we're playing it too. Like, we're kind of seeing who's accepting it and based on that, we will. And I also said, most of these new rappers, they don't feel like they need it. Because when you're hot and you're getting 20,000 a show and you never really got no real mainstream publicity, you might be like, what's a double XL to you? Even though historically it does mean a lot, because we look at the classes from '08. I think Chance the Rapper, what year was he on? 12? And we still compare these things. Anyway, they ended up doing it. Now, so now I got to go into the text messages. Okay? Now, I'm going to literally look back at when we spoke since then. That was the first conversation. First conversation we had on the phone. He mentioned to me, do you think he should do double XL? Okay, now we spoke about other stuff, but it wasn't pertaining to Uzi. I'm only keeping it via Uzi. And again, this individual, I got no problems with him. I think he's a very cool guy. If he's fired, unfortunately, man, I ain't the reason you got fired, bro. I can't even lie to you. I'm not the reason you got fired. Literally, if your artist, like, again, if you're reaching out to me and your artist really don't fuck with me, maybe you shouldn't. Maybe you shouldn't. Like, you shouldn't reach out to me. Okay? Or if you're reaching out to me, don't tell your artist that I'm reaching out to you, because I'm not. So please don't. So again, I can't take any blame if he did get fired because I didn't do anything. You get me? I've never contacted him first. Ever. Now, there's some other business stuff that they were hitting me up about, like, yo, we kind of want to get, like, we're organizing teams of this or whatever, and it sounded a little bit too much like PR, and I'm like, nah. I don't operate at the brush of anybody's stroke, okay? I'm not a guy who takes programming. You can't tell me, oh, okay, hey, we're promoting Uzi's next tape. No, I'm not into that. So I'm like, I stayed away from certain stuff, but they brought a lot of ideas up to me. Okay, this is March 29th. Uzi homecoming show in Philly tomorrow at the TLA. If you got time, come through. I said, word. That's down the street. I said, word. I'll try to make it out there. I was going to make it. I was thinking about it. I was thinking about it a lot. But if I did go, I didn't want to be backstage. I want to be in the crowd. I'm so regular. I don't want to be the cool guy on stage, like, just looking like I'm here. No, for what? I would rather be in the crowd turning up. Like, yo, that's my shit. Right? Like, when I go to people's show, I'd rather pay for it. Like, you're not doing me a favor by doing anything like that. But